want to talk about Malika Andrews, doing my favorite pastime. Anyway, I got a couple points I want to make about Malika Andrews and all of the public outcry from the Twitterverse, from the internet, ESPN, and so forth. I want to lay out about 3 to 5 points that probably have been covered, and I'm just going to hit on here briefly. My first point is this. For all the outcry about Malika Andrews being man hater, having Jalen Rose back her as what he said, that's my little sister or whatever. And also her being kind of like the golden goose for whatever angle. You got to remember who came before Malika Andrews. There was Rachel, I believe it was Rachel Nichols. I believe she was fired or let go. Jamila Hill, fired, let go. Who did they replace them with? Monica McNutt. I'm not saying she's the most talented, but put Stephen A in a dress and there you have it. So what's the angle behind Malika Andrews? You've had qualified women like Pamela Anderson. I'm gonna check my stuff. There have been quality women on Fox and CBS for years that I watched on Sundays, and they're still working. They're not sex symbols. They're not targeted for a different audience. They're just talented at what they do. They give unbiased, unset up, or not overly set up interviews. So just think about this for a second. Why is Malika Andrews able to do these type of interviews and shoot this kind of shot at some of the most important and also some of the most talented brothers playing sports that just happen to be black, like me? Who's putting her on? Think about it for 2 seconds. Could it be that her employer is using her to put out a message that they can't outright by Disney being left wing and overly political? Think about it. Now, that brings me to my second point of Malika Andrews. She's just started to make a mark. I want to reference a moment that I had to watch the interview, and she asked Giannis Antetokounmpo a question, and he didn't like the way the question was phrased. Flat out walked out.
Malika Andrews, ESPN. For both of you guys, I'm curious. You guys have talked a lot about how, at this point, sometimes it takes experience. I'm wondering if at the past that experience, you've seen more validity to that point, or what you think about that having gone through it.
One of the most humble, well-spoken superstars who doesn't really act a superstar. Well, he got up and walked out because it was her, the way she phrased the question, and basically her backstory as she put him in something before and he didn't appreciate it, and he just flat out got up and walked out. Again, if the network had a problem with a particular athlete and they want to get some dirt on them, who do you think is they're going to call to scratch that itch? Is she the most talented? She got a little talent. Is she empowered to ask these questions and be in these uncomfortable settings? Think about it. My third point is Malika Andrews herself being exploited by ESPN and Disney to shake the broom on the male black athlete to bring him down a level due to his branding, $1 million contracts, endorsements, the love affair that people have for their sport or their athlete, their jersey. Is she empowered by being the proverbial Uncle Tom, who's Uncle Jane or Aunt Jane? And is she being exploited herself? I did some digging and just put you guys on some game on how these contracts work. It was a young lady. She was a middle aged lady. She was on House Hunter, and I believe she still works for ESPN. And I searched up her salary. She's a bottom level anchor, but still credible. She was making 75K a year. Think about that. People are making hot takes on there, and the ones who are making the millions are the Stephen A's, um, the Jalen's, the Stephen A's, the Skips. All these guys. 75K. Is she being exploited?